welcome to another episode of the Saturday Sit Down, hosted by myself, Miss Erin Bull. Miss Lovey is otherwise preoccupied this evening, so it's just me and you. So let's get it on. Good people, how are you? How was your week? Did y'all miss me? So let me apologize for not being here last week. Had a hectic weekend. We actually had our first double date. It was a lot of fun. Like, that was my first double date ever in life. First double date with him. His first double date. Their first double date. So, um, we just couldn't arrange the schedule for me to be here last week. So I'm sorry for my absence and not giving you a heads up. But nevertheless, here I is this week. Um, just a couple things to cover. Number one, because I didn't make this announcement on time the last episode, so I have pinned the link to be a part of the show. If you have something to say, it's pinned to the top of the comment section. So there we go. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Courtney. All right. Good. I got people. I got people. Yay. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I always get nervous when I do this by myself. I haven't had to do it by myself in quite a while. But nevertheless, I got a couple things to talk about with y'all today. Also, as I go along, and this episode is called the Random Edition because I just wanted to take some time to revisit some things that maybe we didn't spend enough time on in previous episodes and things like that. So, if there was anything from previous episodes or just on your mind tonight that you wanted to expound upon, revisit, or discuss, you can do so in the comments, or you can click the link and join the show. What's that, big bruh? All right, gang's all here. But yeah, so like I said, we had our first double date last weekend. We what did we do? We got up and went to breakfast, and we had watched the Georgia game, and we went to Marietta Fish Market, so we ate good. And then we went back to the house and had I don't know what you want to call it, karaoke dance date night or whatever. I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So this is our last episode before Christmas. So what are your holiday plans? What y'all still getting together? Is the pandemic affecting that at all? Cause we keeping our numbers real low over here. Keeping our numbers real low. What about your holiday shopping? Are you in person shopping, or y'all just giving thoughts and prayers for holidays? You doing online shopping? But what are you doing? So I normally do a lot of online shopping anyway, even before the pandemic. So I haven't really been affected by the pandemic like that. But I have discovered these discounts. So that's been my in person shopping binge. But other than that, like, yeah, I'm not really fooling with them stores too much. How about y'all? What y'all doing for y'all holiday gifts? Are y'all still having the big, huge family get-togethers for Christmas? Or what are we doing? We keeping our numbers low, staying safe. That sounds like a good idea. And speaking of safe, so this week, I guess dozens, I don't know, maybe thousands of Americans now have gotten the coronavirus vaccine, which has been released by Pfizer. And there's also one on the way by Moderna. I can't ever say that company right, but y'all know. Moderna, okay? But y'all taking the vaccine? How y'all feel about it? I'm a little skeptical, y'all. All right, so let me slow down and address some comments that we got. COVID canceled our family Christmas Eve gathering this year. Okay, well, hey, stay safe. We'll regather next year. That's the goal. Planning on spending time with Bay on Christmas? Okay, then. Online shopped everything. Amazon, man, let me tell you, Amazon is the truth. I live and die by Amazon. I know they've been raising the prices on that Prime membership or whatever, but that's all right. It's okay for me because Amazon might as well just be getting my paycheck. Like, just give me a little allowance out of it, Amazon. I'm giving love to everyone this year. All right, then. Speaking of love, so I finally got my birthday card. My birthday was November 27th. It's December 19th. The Christmas card, I mean, sorry, the birthday card was sent about 3, 4 days before my birthday and just arrived today with the Dunkin' Donuts gift cards. Yes. Y'all don't even know. I go to Dunkin' Donuts every morning before work. And every weekend when baby's home, we go to Dunkin' Donuts every day. So that's a win for me. Oh, good evening. Welcome. Glad you could catch us live. I know you usually catch it on the replay. Let's see. Oh, is football on tonight? Oh, okay. Well, go pack. Thanks for stopping in, Miss Cruiser. I mean, at this point, I should root for your team because my team ain't doing nothing in this division this year. But I can't do that just yet. If y'all make it to the playoffs or the Super Bowl, maybe. But let's see. Did I get everybody? I hear that people are having a few bad side effects with the vaccine. So I've heard that too, but I have not heard that it's a lot. And in comparison to the number of people getting the vaccine, I believe it's the predicted amount. Because pretty much anytime you release a vaccine, there are going to be some people who have adverse reactions to it. But I think that it's a little more magnified because a lot of people are getting the vaccine on camera. And I don't know where it was, but I know like one nurse passed out, or she was a first responder. She was a frontline worker in Scrub. So I call her a nurse. Sorry, she's not a nurse. But she passed out on camera. I was like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea. Like, I get that they're trying to emphasize the safety and effectiveness and what they call it, efficacy. I can never say that word right. The efficacy of the vaccine and all that. But yo, I'm still skeptical. I'm still skeptical. It makes sense, and I just don't want to be first. Now, maybe come January 21st, I'll get the vaccine once the Biden Harris team takes over. Mm, I just don't trust it under this administration, y'all. I mean, I'm happy that it's here. I wanna give it some time. I want to give it some time, and uh, I'm waiting to see what kind of messaging they want to have because a lot of black people are skeptical about the vaccine, just given the history of the United States government medicine and their experiments on black people. You have the Tuskegee experiment, the Mississippi appendectomies. You have just a number of other experiments that they've done with us. So yeah, I get it. I get it. And people want to say, "Oh, that was so long ago," and what, baby, it's 2020, and that fool is still in office as of right now. So I don't know. But what are y'all thoughts on and opinions on the vaccine? I'm gonna mute this because it's gonna make a lot of noise when I reposition my headset. Yeah, hold on. All right, there we go. It just feels more natural this way. Hi, content. Welcome, welcome. I know you got something to say about the vaccine. How you feel about it? Oh, look at Miss Lovey showing up. Uh-oh, does that mean that it was whack? The link should be in the comments. Give me 2 seconds. I'll drop it for you. All right. So let's see. I'm just trying to see if y'all responding to how y'all feel about the vaccine. I ain't hearing nothing. But I'm probably going to end up getting it. I'll get it in 2021. And if they make it mandatory for you to travel, or in order for you to be able to travel, that you have to get the vaccine, then I'll go with it. I'm on the fence concerning the vaccine. Hey, girl, hey.
Hello, hello. Okay, so they just literally stepped into the building, so I just want to come on and say hello. I thought I was gonna have some time to give some input, but literally they literally just sat down. Like I'm legit hella excited.
Okay.
Hi y'all, I miss you guys. Okay, you can't see me. I miss you guys, but this is like epic. It is.
I know it. I know it. But all right, then. I ain't going to hold you up. Go ahead with your Battle of the Bay.
Okay. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Okay, y'all. So Lovey is watching the versus Battle of the Bay. It's E40 and Too Short, so that's monumental to her. So shout out to that. That's just like when Jeezy and Gucci had their verses. I was all in it at work, everything, watching that verses. But let's see. I know about the Tuskegee experiment and what happened to Henrietta Lack, but that's when we didn't have a seat at the table, medically, so to speak. Okay. And also like Jerome, I can't remember his last name. I want to say Adams, the current Surgeon General, anyway, wanted to be one of the first ones to get the vaccine for that reason, just to show Black people being involved in it, as far not just receiving the vaccine, but in the creation, the process of it, and everything else. So, uh, I'm working on it. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. I know some people they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get the vaccine. I'm gonna get the vaccine. Uh, I'm trying to get there. I see the necessity of it. I see the reasoning behind it. I believe in the vaccine. It's not like, oh, I'm just anti-vax, but I just don't. I just can't. I just can't trust it under this administration, y'all. All right, look at Miss Cruiser. Come through with the facts. Keep me straight. Hey, Berlin Willis. I didn't say Pookie. I didn't say Pookie this time. But all right. So, all right. Vaccine, holiday plans. I see some of y'all are shrinking down your family gatherings this year. Are you postponing them? Gonna do them later, or just gonna keep it minimal? Um, how are you all being affected by the vaccine? I mean, sorry, not the vaccine, by the virus and the pandemic right now? Is everybody okay? I know that a lot, like North Carolina is going into a shutdown. I want to say parts of California are going into a shutdown. Of course, this is Georgia. Even though we did turn blue, we still run by red right now. And I don't know what he's going to do because, he was on Trump's hit list as of late. Like, said before the election he was the greatest governor and we're good friends and this, that, the third, and now he wanted to get rid of him, which I've been wanting to get rid of him since when he stole the election from Stacey Abrams. Let's see what we got. In this day and age, they have gotten us poisoned using our water. So my thing is, if they wanted to kill us, they can do that without the vaccine. I get that. I get that. Let's see. I'm in day 12 of Rona. What you mean by that, Miss Cruiser? Cause I sure didn't get that notification. Mild symptoms. I've learned my lesson. Sitting down now. Child. Feel free to come on and share your experience with that if you have time. Okay, so did this how you gonna let me know? Okay, yes, please come on here. Come on here.
Hey, friend.
We're not friends if I got to find out on live television, as they call it,
Hey,
that you got
friend.
the Rona.
Hey, girl.
Ooh, hey
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, it got me. I'm probably negative at this point. Like I said, day 12. So yeah, mild symptoms. It got me.
Did you do any contact tracing or figure out where you got it from?
Yeah. Now, what do people mean by? Cause you're like the third person that's asked me about contact tracing. Explain that.
Tracing it back to see where you got it from, essentially.
Okay. So yeah. That was pretty easy because for me it was very easy. Well, not very easy. Well, let me explain. So I went for Thanksgiving. I went to Myrtle Beach, and I was only around my family, and all of them are okay. And I came back and I quarantined up until December 4th. On December 4th, I went to Virginia with Latigra, with Tiger and them. And when I came back, I had it.
Mm.
So it's I can only assume I got it on that trip. So it had to be with somebody with in that party of the trip that we was with. Um, we suspect who it is. But here's the strange thing about it. We suspect who we got it from because it was about four or five of us that contracted it. But look at your face. It was about four or five of us, but um uh the person we think that we contracted it from actually tested negative. However, he could have been sick before, and by the time he tested negative.
So y'all was around each other on basically the tail end while he was still, as they call it, what they say, throwing virus or whatever. But
Mhm.
he was okay. Wow. So y'all
He was
just
sick.
passing the
He
Rona
was sick on the
baton.
trip. He was sick on the trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you after the show.
I ain't answering.
Mm-hmm. And what's the score on the game? Because if you got time to talk to me, what y'all doing? Nothing.
Girl, we playing Aaron Rodgers, child.
Y'all just trying to stay alive. I know how that is.
Right.
I feel you.
And we're playing them on their field in Green Bay. So
Ooh.
okay. All right. So you know. But I'm suited up, as you can see. I'm suited up. Got
I
my
know
Davis
it.
on. But yeah. So but anyway, yeah. And I've been telling people I put it on Facebook, but I guess you don't check my Facebook page. Um, been talking about it this whole week. But I have been telling people so that if anybody have questions about it, I know people wonder about things, and of course I have put it out there. She uh hold on, let me see what this tattletale is saying. She told me to stop messaging her because the game is I did not say that. I did not say that. But anyway, I have been talking about it because I know people have questions about it and everything. So I'm willing to answer any questions that anybody have. If not, I'll go back in the chat.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on and talking to us about your experience. So, with that, do we know that so you won't have to get the vaccine then? Because I know I saw that you say you may not need it.
Yeah, that I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. I've never taken the flu shot, so um, chances are I wasn't going to take this one either. But some people say you can get it twice, but it has not been proven. Scientists is still researching that.
Mm.
So many people say they think they had it. I just talked to somebody tonight that called to check on me. They were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife had it when we was on that cruise that time. We're like, well, she tested. It was in November last year. Well, she tested. But
Right.
people, we say that a lot. We say that a lot. I think I had it, but if you wasn't tested, then you don't know. So sometimes when people saying, well, I think I got it twice because I got it last year. It's like, did you test it positive last year and then tested positive again this year? So if you only tested positive once, but then you thought you had it before, I don't really count that as research. So I
I
don't
get
know.
that.
I don't know of anybody who's actually had it twice. It was one guy in China, but I don't know what their research on this guy was.
Okay. And
So,
I do
and
think that there was some theories about it early on, but it may have either been bad testing or misdiagnosis.
and that's the other thing, it's like, if you think you don't, like right now I feel fine. Okay, so and I let's say I feel fine for the next 3 days, and then on the fourth day I get a fever again, blah blah blah. I didn't get it twice. I just it probably was still in my system. So there's no proof that people have gotten it twice. If they're putting the virus in you as the vaccine, dag on it, mother.
Watching the
Aaron just,
game. That's your
Aaron just
thing.
Aaron just made it. A-Rod. Anyway, if they're putting the vaccine in you, if the virus itself is a part of the vaccine, then obviously ain't, it was in me at some point,
Hmm.
what I needed, but I don't know.
I got you. I got you.
Mhm. So anyway, that's my spiel. I'm not answering my phone afterwards, so going back in the chat.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on and sharing your experience with us. I appreciate you. Speaking of which, by the way, so also this week at work, we had I now have an employee in quarantine. He didn't come into work, but he was on his way when he found out that somebody in his household tested positive. And the only reason she found out was because she was going to see her granddaughter. So she wanted to get tested before going to see the granddaughter, and the test came out positive. So now he's on quarantine and has to miss work for about 10 days. So that's another thing that kind of made me think twice about the vaccine. Like, I deal with a lot of people. Well, I deal with the same people, but I don't know who them people deal with. So now I'm just like, cause y'all know I can't bring no Rona back home to my folks, to my old folks. Like, I won't be responsible for that. So I'm slowly but surely coming to grips with the fact that I'm gonna get the vaccine. I just have to figure out when. And then not only I don't even have to make that decision right now because it's not available to everyone right now. And I just want to wait till it's, I guess, free flowing. I don't know. Right now it's a lot of red tape. The dosage is not as much as they were expecting it to be. Then they saying they have more in the vials. They don't. So I just need them to figure out some things, and I'll go ahead and get the vaccine, I believe. Plus, there's certain somebody that's like, you gonna get it, so we gonna see. And they weren't testing. I do remember that. There was a point when Courtney had pretty much COVID symptoms, but because she didn't check all the boxes for it, as far as the symptoms list that they had at the time, they wouldn't do the testing because she didn't have this and she didn't have this and she had this, which wasn't a symptom. So let's see. One of the girls I worked with when I was in healthcare took it here. I'm gonna assume that was took it. Y'all know I'm the hood translator. But yeah. So we're gonna see. We're gonna stay tuned on this vaccine and just see how it plays out with other people. See how the administration does with the delivery of it and ensuring that it's available to all Americans. Um, I have full respect for them putting, frontline workers ahead of the line, but I also know that their next target is those that are at higher risk, like communities of color. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments at the same time. and like indigenous people, things like that. So we're gonna see how they go about this. Um, I just I got some issues with it a little bit, but I'm working through it. But all right, so let's shift gears a little bit on a random note, because like I said, this is a random edition. I want to talk about like work ethic, y'all. I don't. So okay, let me tell you what I do vaguely, because I can't get too specific. But I'm warehouse operations manager. I have about 11 people under me, and probably like 8 of the 11 struggle with work ethic. Like my day is generally from 7:30 in the morning till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Nobody in the building averages a longer work week than I do. On occasion, I have some drivers that have a longer day than I do, but generally speaking, I have the longest day. I'm in the warehouse pretty much all day. I'm now getting to the point where things are settling down enough for me to spend some time on the computer doing some research and, trying to do some behind the scene things that you have to do when you're in management. And I'm the only female in the back in the warehouse. At least genetically speaking, because I swear, with some of the people that I work with, I feel like I work with a bunch of women. People don't want to come to work on time. They want to leave early. They hot. They cold. People calling out because they don't have money to get to work. I don't I don't I don't understand that one. But yeah. Last minute call outs, come in late and come in unconcerned. And the job in itself is not difficult. It's tedious. There's some cumbersome parts of it because there's some things that we have to do a better job of as a company. But I I'm not impressed with the work ethic that I'm seeing right now. Then there's the other part. I've been conducting interviews. I scheduled 6 interviews this week for different positions. I had 2 show up. 2 out of 6. I've had people confirmed for interviews, and then 30 minutes before the interview, they want to reschedule. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. People send messaging, I'm on my way. Then I get a message, oh, we need to reschedule, because all my interviews are scheduled online. So I get these notifications. And I don't know what has happened, and I don't know if this is on prevalent, like widespread, or if this is just unique to where I work or whatever. So I just wanted to reach out and see, um, is this like lack of work ethic or poor work ethic widespread, common? Because I'm not understanding it, and some of them are young, but it's not even age playing a factor in it right now. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It's a common sense thing. It's I want to, it's a job. You weren't drafted. If you can't make it on time for the interview, how can I depend on you to come to work if hired? Exactly. And that's exactly why I don't do reschedules for interviews. Nope, not gonna do it. Because you applied because you needed a job. But clearly, you didn't need a job enough to restructure your schedule to make the appointment. And nope, none of the people that wanted to reschedule presented an excuse or even I'm sorry, I thought I had this come up or that come up. It's life. Life happens. I'm not saying that life can't happen to you at the time of your interview or whatever, but I've never been late to an interview that I wanted the job for. Because, okay, when you look for a job, there are certain times when you just put in applications. But because I know I have that mindset and I've been in that position looking for a job and applying to a bunch of different jobs at the same time, when I open a job position, I follow up. Right, like same day, next day. I only leave the job position open for a few days. So it's not going to be, oh, you applied to the job 2-3 weeks ago. You don't even remember the position you were applying for, the company, what the pay rate was, why you even applied. I know how that goes. I respect it. I get it. So I'm mindful of that when I'm going through the application process. I'm not one of those people that, keep applications on file for weeks and then want to reach out. No, nope. If you apply within a day, maybe 2 days, I'm following up. So what if they have a legit excuse? I can accept a legitimate excuse, but they haven't even presented excuses. Just, I get a message, so-and-so requests to reschedule. You just hit the X, rejected candidate, and move on to the next one. My thought process is the location is good. The pay is decent. Benefits could be better, but that's not that's above my pay grade. But you applied to the job regardless. You're not even going to show up for the interview. And when I conduct interviews, I conduct them on the warehouse floor, not in private. People can see it. Nobody's bothered. Like, don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. All right, let me go back through my comments. Let's see. Game is on. All right, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody or anybody's comments. So we're going to send some hugs and prayers out to Miss Cruiser for a healthy and speedy recovery from her COVID-19 experience. I hope that you all are staying safe. I just try and keep my movements minimal. Stay away from people. I go to work and I come home. I ain't hanging out. I'm not visiting nobody. I ain't having people over. None of that. We know that we're still in the midst of it. I know we're kind of fatigued with it. We're ready to get back to normal, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Stay safe for yourself and stay safe for those that you love. That's my thought process. Because not to say like I'm okay with me getting sick, but I don't want to be responsible for anyone else getting sick. So that's my thought process on how I move. Wear mask. I wear masks pretty much everywhere I go except for work. Because once I'm at work, I don't go anywhere, and I work in the warehouse. Everybody else that comes to the warehouse wears masks, so we good there. What else I got for you guys? Sorry, I'm a little rusty on the solo tip, but I do appreciate y'all for checking in with me this Saturday. I missed y'all last weekend. I really should have did my live last weekend so y'all could see the amount of fun that we had. It was really a different kind of experience. Like, I had a lot of fun, and I think V had a bunch of fun. He's too cool, so he like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. So that's his excitement. Let me see. Somebody wanted me to revisit something from Love and Relationships, but I didn't make a note of it, so should have put it in the comments. Last weekend was fun. It was definitely a lot of fun, and I feel like I'm not conveying the message properly, y'all, when I just say, oh, it was a lot of fun. Like, there's a lot of things that's a lot of fun, but it was. I mean, we like I said, that was our first double date, and it was cool to be on a date with a couple that we get along with. There wasn't really any awkwardness. We all know each other in different capacities. So nobody was the third wheel or the fourth wheel, or where three people know each other and one don't. We all know each other. So it was like a family out, like a romantic family outing. I don't know. That sounds a little West Virginia-ish, maybe, but it was really a lot of fun. And what we got? We got some more. Okay, see, we got people telling on the server. Let's put some math together, people. Okay, Courtney says it was fun. Jermaine says it was fun. I wonder who we did the double date with. Hmm. Um, what else? I want to make sure that I'm cleaning up some things, like I said, that I didn't have or give you all enough chance to respond to in the previous episodes. So before I get up out of here, any comments, questions, concerns, topics y'all want to discuss, expound upon, revisit, re-explain, anything like that? All right. Well, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I really appreciate y'all checking in with me this Saturday. Clearly, it's a lot going on. You could have been watching the verses. You could have been watching the football game, and I say that because it's the Panthers and the Packers. So we already know the Packers are gonna win. Sorry, that's just a statement of fact. Um, so Georgia's season is done. We're just waiting to see which toilet bowl we gonna be in. Falcons play tomorrow, y'all. I don't even know who we play. I don't even know who we play tomorrow. I want to say it's Tampa Bay. I ain't looking forward to it. I'm just ready for this football season to be over with. As much as I love football, my team, babe, we need to be in timeout for a little while. We need to be in timeout. But nevertheless, I am not going to hold you any much longer. I really do appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you for everybody that contributed to the comments. Thank you, Miss Cruiser, for sharing your experience with us and your insight as far as with the experiences like with COVID-19. Um, so next week, we will see you at 8:30. It'll be after Christmas. So we're gonna talk about I guess our virtual Christmas gifts, how the Christmas went, first holiday. Me personally, I'll just be spending it with family. As most of you all know, if you don't, my fiance is a truck driver. So pretty much in January, we sit down and I pick the holidays I want him to be home. So I wanted him home for New Year's, so he will not be home for Christmas. So we'll be doing the video chat. Merry Christmas. But the cool thing about him not being here for Christmas, if there is a cool thing, is that we get to go to the after Christmas sales when everything is 50% off and get each other Christmas gifts. So we get what we want at half the price that we would normally pay if we were to get them by Christmas Day. So that's a cool feature. You have to have find a silver lining around it. What else? Let me see. I had these Black History cards, y'all, that I said I was going to start implementing into the podcast, and I never have. So I'm going to give y'all a Black History fact, and then I'm going to get up out of here. So I'm going to show you the card. Of course, my camera never works, and I never get the angle right. But it's the 1968 Olympics Black Power Fist. And these are Black History flashcards by urban intellectuals. I actually have like 4 sets, so shame on me for not sharing these facts with y'all sooner. I know most of y'all are aware of this, but nevertheless, so maybe somebody's not. Oh, there we go. It works if I put it closer. There we go. So real quick, no, 1968 Olympics Black Power Fist. Demonstration conducted by African American athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos after winning gold and bronze medals. Each athlete raised a black gloved fist and kept them raised until the national anthem finished. They wore human rights badges on their jackets. Over and above winning medals, these athletes made names for themselves by an act of racial protest. The raising of the Black Power fist stood for those against the political and racial injustice in America. Smith and Carlos received death threats from racist Americans for making the gesture. The gesture and American backlash can be compared to modern day feelings of Colin Kaepernick, who kneeled during the national anthem for similar reasons. That's your Black History Fact, presented by the Beacon of Truth. Ding. And on that note, y'all, once again, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. Regular format. Levy will be back. We'll be back to our vibes and good times. All right, y'all stay safe and have a happy holidays in whatever capacity you celebrate in and whatever holiday you celebrate. I know everybody doesn't celebrate Christmas. That's fine. However you do it, whatever you call it, do it safely. Look forward to seeing you next weekend. Thank you so much for tuning into the Saturday Sit Down. Once again, I am your host, Aaron Bull. Stay safe. Have a great week. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy break from work. Okay. Love y'all. See y'all next week.